Hello, welcome back to the channel. Beard update. It's starting to grow back. Yes, thank God for that. Anyway, stop waffling, mate. Jesus Christ. These are the Twisted Assisted PALLAS utility knives. I introduced these at the end of my pocket dump video that I did at the weekend, those of you that saw that. James from Twisted Assisted has been very generous and sent me these to modify however I see fit. I'm going to try a couple of methods that I haven't done before and really try and make them special. They are already fantastic, but I'm going to put my own kind of whiskey 3-1 spin on them, and then you'll be able to, or you're in with a chance of winning one of these two utility knives, and I think that's pretty cool. So stay with me. Let's go through it. I'll share as much information as I can. I'll try not to bore you to death, and like I say, I'll tell you at the end how you can possibly win one of these bad boys. Stay tuned. Right, here we go. This is a standard PALLAS with black G10 scales. So the plan for this one will be strip it down. I'm going to actually black wash the blade carrier, the back spacer. I'll make my mind up at the time where I'm going to do the pocket clip and liners as well. I don't know yet, we'll see. I've got a titanium pocket filler tab that I'm going to entropically etch and swap out there. I'm then going to install two ice blue tritium vials in there, nice lanyard bead, and I'm going to entropic etch that bead as well on the lanyard, and then that bad boy is going to be ready to go, and that one's going to look fantastic. This is one of the Tenebrae models. This is a limited edition one with the white G10 scales. I'm not going to do anything to the carrier or the actual body of the knife in terms of the backspacer or liners. I'm going to actually swap out the hardware from the black one and put the silver hardware on here. I'm going to take the scales off. Obviously, we'll strip it in a minute, and I'm going to dye these purple, a nice purple. I'll install two green tritium vials. I'm going to try and, using my DC power supply, I'm going to try and... Buddy, I'm filming a video, man. Trot around somewhere else. Yeah, I'm going to try and anodize a nice green on there. If it doesn't work, James has got some 3D printed green ones, and we'll see what we can do there. But I'm going to do my best to anodize that green. I'm then going to install a purple and green lanyard, and hopefully, if the anodization goes well on the filler tab, I'll know I can do the bead as well, and we'll have a nice green bead, or purple yet, not quite sure. We'll see how it goes. But look, it's going to look fantastic. What I'll do now, I won't bore you anymore. I'll get stripping them down. I'm going to use correct tools correctly, common sense. I'm going to follow James's very comprehensive strip down video for the PALLAS. I'll speed the process up. I'll do the first one, reporting. We'll do the second one, and then we'll crack on with the modifications. Right, stand by. Right, I'm trying a little bit of a different camera angle for this bit because I've got a fair bit to do, so I just want to make sure I have a bit more freedom of movement. So I'm going to use correct tools correctly, as I said. First thing I've got to do is remove the blade just to make sure it's safe. So I'm just going to undo on the knurled thumb screw, take the blade out, put that to one side. Right, at this point, I'll speed it up and give you a shout in a second. Right, there we go. That's that one stripped. Do the other one. I'm going to make sure I keep the parts separate for now, and then make sure I'm logical with the way I swap the components over, and obviously treat the ones I want to swap. So, let's go again. Right, I think the first one we're going to do is the Joker themed PALLAS, the purple and green. This has got essentially the less work to be done on it, so I think we'll start off gently. What I should have probably said to you is, when you strip a knife down, make sure that you lay it out in a logical sequence so you can put it back together. I'm pretty experienced, I know what I'm doing. However, try and follow that step if you can, if you're new to it. Right, I'm going to go downstairs, crack on, get these dyed up. You're going to come with me, and we're going to try not to make a mess in Mrs. 3-1's kitchen, because she'll fill me in. So, yeah, let's get on it. Right, let's get the prep done for the scales. Things I'm going to need is a little saucepan, the RIT die, kitchen roll, some acetone to clean the scales, a cloth, I've got tweezers just in case, these drop off my wires so I can get them out of the saucepan. The scales themselves and a toothbrush just to get in there and clean off the dirt in the pivot recess. Make sure there's no finger oils, any lube from the knife itself, and just clean them up, get them all nice. I'm going to bang some gloves on, give them a clean off with some acetone, and crack on. Right, the water's boiling. 8 parts water, 1 part dye. I've got a timer set for 1 minute, I will have in a second. I'm going to drop these in. I'm going to check them after 30 seconds. Let's do it. Right, 30 seconds up. Let's have a look. They're looking pretty good. I'm going to go for another 30 seconds though. Check again in a minute. Right, that's 3 minutes. Ah, there we go. That's what I'm after. Sorry with the camera angle. I don't want them too dark. I want a little bit of the white showing through. A nice pale pink. Purple, sorry. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. Right, we'll call it there. Right, I think you'll agree. These look, or have come out really, really nice. Not too dark. Purple, no doubt. But there is still light spots and light areas due to the texture of the G10. Look really good. Right, that was 3 minutes. I've washed them off, dried them, let them dry. Now I'm going to refit the PALLAS back together. There's a couple more steps after, but I won't bore you with the assembly. I'll bring you back in a second when it's done. Right, and there we go. Just as is though, is stunning. Absolutely stunning. The purple and the black work really well. However, a few more steps to go. Here I've got a titanium pocket filler tab. I'm going to polish this bad boy up, and we're going to have a go at anodizing it with this DC power supply. Try and get the best green possible. If it doesn't work, I will scrub the anodization off, and I will entropic etch it. Failing that, James will have some kind of toxic green pocket filler tab to go in there, 3D printed, when I send it back to him. This, I'm going to anodize purple. It's a titanium bead. I'm going to clean this up and do the same. Right, let's have a go. See what we can do. Right, that's me set up, about ready to go. There's my 2 titanium pieces. I've got my solution with baking powder or baking soda in there. I've cleaned everything off with acetone, got all the greases off, etc. I've got a bath to wash everything off after. This is all done with deionized or distilled water, sorry. There's the DC power supply. Everything's ready to go. So I'll try and film it best I can. We're going for that deep purple on the bead first. So let's have a go. Right, let's do it. Apparently we're aiming for between 20 to 30 volts for a nice deep purple colour. The key is obviously not to let the positive touch the negative. Hopefully you can see that. Right, let's start turning her up. Here we go. So it's currently on 1 volt. There's not a lot happening. Hopefully I'm doing it right. In short, that didn't work. The anodizing, that is. It was a cheap Chinese machine and it behaved like one. So I may as well have done it with 9-volt batteries. Unfortunately, I don't have any. So what we're doing is entropic etching the pocket clips or the pocket filler tabs. I've done one here. Try and get it in focus for you. There's one. Absolutely beautiful. I've got one more to do. Rubbed it back with 1500 all the way to 2500 grit. Bit of leather polishing afterwards. And then all we're going to do is heat it with a torch, dip it in the ferric chloride, agitate it around. What you're looking for when you do it, and this method is for anything titanium that you're entropic etching, the redder the piece gets, the more yellow it will be when you dip it. So you're looking for it to just start to change, get it in, agitate it, rinse it in the water, and then that's what you're left with. So we're going to do another one. Let's go. Right, I've got the torch running on quite a low flame. There you go. Right, so all I'm going to do now then is just offer it up to the pocket, the filler tab, and wait for the colours to change. Oh God, yeah, I've not got it on camera, have I? There we go. Starting to go a golden colour. like that. Dip her in, shake her around. Don't want to breathe any of those gases in. It's particularly unpleasant stuff, ferric chloride. Get it in the water, give it a shake. Oh, it's fell off. Let's grab it. And there we go. Quite a light one, that one, but very nice. Right, there we go. We've got 2 pocket filler tabs. Time to get them on the knife. Right. I've currently fitted the black pocket filler tab, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off, take that out, and I'm going to install the one that we etched earlier. Now, whoever wins this will win it with this filler tab and also a 3D printed green one. I personally would go with the 3D printed green one because I think it will go better with the vibe that I'm trying to achieve with this. Although that does look nice, but it doesn't really stand out, does it, against the purple? However, it'll be your call, whoever wins it, like I say. What I'm going to do next is stick a green and purple paracord lanyard on the back to fit the bead. Now, the bead wasn't a success, as I said, when we were down there. We got a green in the end. It took some scrapping with the Chinese machine, China, but it's not green enough. So, on the build, I don't know if any of you saw my Viper Aid bead video where I installed some tritium or tritium in here. What I'm going to do is put 6 green tritium vials in here, and that'll go with the vibe. Very, very nice indeed. Right, I'm not going to show you me doing the paracord. I will do that in a separate video because it's quite laborious and time consuming. So what I'll do now is I'll show you this bad boy once the lanyard and bead are fitted. Stick around. Right, next job. Well, that's the bead fitted. You can see the green tritium in there glowing up beautifully under the UV. I'm going to put green tritium this side and that side. So we'll do that now using the UV glue. Right, that is complete. Less the neon green pocket tab should you want it, but we're going for a Joker vibe. Check that out. Look at that. First one downrange.